right. Hi, guys. Welcome to our last edition of Mygration Festival. This is our very last event, sadly. We're coming to an end with this, but for our very beautiful ending, we have one amazing artist for you guys, Astan. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Hey, thank you, girls. Thanks for having me.
And then we are hosting Aram today and
Cerise
together. And let me introduce Astan. Astan Meyer, aka Astan KA, is Berlin-based performer. Friendship-born Malian Heritage, she combines various music genres from jazz to rock to afro-techno to hip-hop to illustrate her universe that is mostly experimental. She's also the lead singer of the band Asphalt Djelis that makes ancient and futuristic sounds together.
That's right.
So you're going to tell us a little bit what we're going to have in store for us today?
So first of all, thank you for having me, Cerise and Aram. Thanks, Mygration Festival. It's really good to be doing this. The performance you're about to see are 5 of my own songs that are gonna be released on my first ever EP. And I had the pleasure to perform them in the studio of my friend Kerim, aka Keishu Sound. It's a studio in Kreuzberg, and actually the name of it is OUTE, which means Out of Time Embassy. And we are all part of a collective called Sonic Interventions, and this is our studio, this is our space. It's a very important place and blessed place for us, and yeah, I'm sure you're gonna like it.
So we're gonna
see you afterwards.
Performance.
Enjoy.
Yay.
Gonna use everything that I gotta make a difference. My mama got me stressing. She never trust anything, she trusts nobody. She said 27, still unreliable, but I'm able to become what I was destined to be. All makes sense now, see, I'm my worst enemy. I've been tripping about losing the control of my destiny. I never built in this world that you have made for me. I remember at school, careers advisors advice against my willing. Themselves a victim of this education, no dollarism system. Something I judge when I stop straightening my hair. I ain't myself cause I'm getting out of the concept. What? Buddha was black, Jesus was brown. Starting from that, better cool down. The older I get, the better I find myself. Never forget why schools never told you about Kimmer. I commit a crime if I decide to stay living the ignorance. The older I get, the more I am ashamed of my homeland friends. And I ain't jolly, no, no, no. I am Mali, Congo, Syria, Australian, Aboriginal, Sudan, Palestine. Je suis libre et pas perdu, même si mes actions les perdurent. L'indépendance, une certitude. Si je me ramasse, je l'assume. Naïf mais pas dupe. Aidez-moi à les pardonner comme j'aimerais que l'on me pardonne. Dans si un renaît à travers la vie qu'une mère lui donne. En épousant mes vices sur terre, j'ai testé la vie de l'homme sous le regard de mes ancêtres jusqu'à ce que j'acquière l'antidote. La liberté, c'est pour bientôt. Message reçu d'un vol d'oiseau. Encore assis sur les bancs de fac, mon cœur se serre en bric-à-brac. Des années, j'en ai redoublé. Paresseuse, non plutôt passionnée par autre chose que l'économie. La scène est ma meilleure amie. Alors au lieu de répondre à tes questions, j'écris des vers, c'est mon brouillon. Monsieur l'instit m'en voulait pas. Je préfère lire Sebi, Garvey, Lumumba, Cheikh Anta Diop, Mandela, Sankara. L'ego trip peut être un refuge quand l'intérieur se bitumise à ne plus rien ressentir, mais toujours aussi poétique. I commit a crime if I decide to stay. Commit a crime if I decide Okay, let's go. Tu sais rassembler les gens autour des conversations, tu remplis les blancs. Ta démarche est mûre et malgré les vices de la rue, ton intention reste pure. Tellement humble, pourtant je suis sûre que d'un prophète guerrier tu portes l'armure. Pas de ce monde. Qui es-tu? Tête de pouce, tu me manques. Ma tête de pouce, tête de mangue, tu me pousses. Tête de pouce, yeah. Gonna get you, get you, get you, get you, get your ass right now. Nalingio, ne bife, ne bife, ne bife, ne bife, ne bife. Yeah. When I sing with the birds, they know, no, no. This is for you. When I sing with the birds, they know, no, no. That's how you make my heart sing. Nalingi yo mobali, nalingi yo mobali. Ne bife, ne bife, ne bife, ne bife. I'm your Musa, Musa, Musa. Wet, gonna get you high, high, get your bed wet. Gonna get you high, high, gonna take your hand and fly. Gonna pray and reach the sky to be found of self. In some past life with you I leave. Gonna get to spend some trees. Gonna try to find myself. Gonna try to be the best. Gonna try to prove my love. Even if the strong is not enough, don't get me wrong, baby. You and I gonna make it last no matter what the people say, the haters. Gonna rob the French museums, even each story they stole. Together we're strong. I got my love, I got my. Yes, we're gonna do it. Together we're strong. Yeah. I bring you the flavor, I'm singing Berlin. But it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that sweet. Nalingio. without believing in it. Everybody regrets sooner or later. First, don't forget to feel you can't control your desire. The flame's too strong, but fulfill your act. Everybody has a family. If you start to build one, don't give up on that here. They say I'm black, and then they say I'm white. Oh, exotic fantasy in Europa, and I'm a spoiled French girl in Africa. They don't teach us to love ourselves in school, you know. There's no way I can forget what happened, yeah. But there's an answer to your question, yeah. A solution, yeah. See, I do not want to blame on this and that, but I thought we'll never die, yeah. Oh. Don't get confused if the sisters I met, suffering bolder than grain of your grain. I faced the division for a better reign, and then they brainwash but their souls still remain. If humans are made of stars powder, you can never take off the ultimate powers. My people got lost in this world of liars. Wisdom can fuck off, I know my worth. Do they even know where their coffee come from? Do they even know where their phone come from? I'm asking myself where their soul come from. If they even got one, but I know they got none. Do they even know where their coffee come from? Do they even know where their phone come from? I'm asking myself where their soul come from. If they even got one, but I know they got none. There's no way I can forget what happened. Yeah, there's an answer to your question. There's an answer to your question. Solution. Child of reconciliation. Enfant métis, enfant kémie. Maman m'a dit, pas de soucis. À 7 ans, elle a mis l'Afrique autour de mon cou. Et depuis, l'or du Mali m'a fait tenir le coup. Mon papa, aussi blanc que l'esprit de Mama Africa, m'a conté les œuvres d'Amadou en Patéba. Je suis la preuve que noir et blanc s'aimeront. Moi l'unité, moi l'enfant de la réconciliation. Mes frères et sœurs, il est temps de réapprendre. La sentence sera la mort si l'ignorance doit nous attendre. De ton corps à ton cœur, à ton âme, à ton cas, redécouvre l'histoire. Même Bouddha était noir. Thank you very much. Un chikwang pundu, baby viens casser la croûte. Y'aura pas de rap ni de rap pour les autres. Elles veulent tous savoir quel goût tu as. Ils veulent tous savoir quel goût j'ai, ces goûts jamais. Il n'y a que toi, mon amour pour toi. Ce conjugal inconditionnel, ma force. solution à mon problème. Alors viens planter tes graines dans mon jardin. Et on dit des voisins, je m'en lave les mains. Ta belle peau ébène et mon teint brun. Cette petite merveille au mois de juin. J'ai dit viens planter tes graines dans mon jardin. Et on dit des voisins, je m'en lave les mains. Ta belle peau ébène et mon teint brun, baby. Cette petite merveille. Signe terre et pas pour faire. J'ai rencontré un homme de terre qui a voulu me faire fumer son herbe. J'ai dit non, non, moi je plane tout le temps près des avions. Mes concurrents, j'ai pas besoin de tourmentant. Il dit si, toi t'as pas compris. C'est de l'éveil instant, il s'agit avec la fleur de cannabis. Tu te révéleras à ton bis. Et je sais même pas ce que je fais là. Mais elle me lâche, ça me ressemble pas. Il s'agit de notre destin. Il est temps pour moi, hey, d'écouter les siens. Si l'air n'écoute pas la terre, la vie ne peut trouver repère. Viens planter tes graines dans mon jardin. Et on dit des voisins, je m'en lave les mains. Ta belle peau ébène et mon teint brun, baby. Cette petite merveille, baby viens planter tes graines. Cette petite merveille, baby viens planter tes graines. Oh cette petite merveille, baby viens planter tes graines. Cette petite merveille au mois de juin. Il est temps pour moi. Yeah. No money in my pocket, but late I was looking for me. Cause Bevag is my enemy. Relationship and we shit. I crashed the car to help a friend. Oh, Berlin lost soul. Berlin lost soul. I was. Berlin lost soul. Again, I have lost myself in the corridor. You could blame it on the rain, the sad, grey weather was responsible for our splendid score. My parents was stressed, their daughter ain't go class no more. No cash, baby, I lost my way. Oh, la lean on God. You give me the good time. You give me the sunshine. Baby, alone in Babylon. Baby, alone in Babylon. Baby, alone in Babylon. Berlin lost soul. Berlin lost soul. Baby, alone in Babylon. Baby, alone.
Wow. What can I say? You're higher.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful performance, Astan.
Really, and I have to say it's my first like really solo performance. So I mean, just me and a beat. Usually I always have either backing vocals or at least one musician or saxophone player. So yeah, for me it was also a way to say, okay, no, you can't be alone on stage, you know, also like, and it worked really well. I'm really happy. So thank you so much, really. Thank you for having me. It was great.
There, and then like I was like in the recording, like video recording, and your energy really filled all the rooms and studio. It was so beautiful moment. Yeah. So it was so hard for us to narrow down the questions because we had so many questions in our like head, and then yeah, but we kind of narrowed it down and we kind of prepared some questions to ask. You and your band play music that mixes ancient and futuristic sounds together. How did you start delving yourself into this music?
So I would say before we start doing it, Kerim, which also on the studio, that's what he does. That's really like futuristic folk. It does alone before I met him, and that's what he does also with his first project called Dumama and Keshu, who's an amazing singer musician from South Africa. They are already developing this, and since he's half German, half Algerian, he's very into North African instruments, Turkish traditional instrument, very Oriental traditional instrument, but at the same time, he's very into machines. So he already was developing this in his own style, and then we met. Speaking for myself, I really love also what is ancient, what is old school. That I would say at the beginning that's what I was more into, but the more I developed and listened to music, I was also interested on a more futuristic sound and how to make it like good together, because of course you have to, I think when you do music, I mean, you should do whatever you like, but it's nice to do, instead of repeating something that was already done, it's nice to experiment. So, and Emmanuel Arawak, like the third guy, he's also using a lot of machines, and besides that, playing saxophone and piano. So we were just like, okay, let's develop this even more together. Also, yeah, exactly. We would like to play on ancient and futuristic, also on like traditional and modern, you know, like I don't know, also like African and European, like yeah. So yeah, that's how we start, kind of.
Yeah, but you guys started like really, when did you guys exactly start together? Because I feel like it was almost like yesterday minus Corona, that I met you, and then certainly you were in Asphalt Djelis, and then suddenly all evolved and everything got bigger, and I heard more about you, and you had more, like, where does all this like come from?
What do you mean? Like
when it comes to like you connecting yourself with them and then doing more.
Actually, we got somebody introduced us together. We all knew that one person. It's also a musician and a wanderer, I would say, and we always say that we got brought together by the energy of 333, of this triple angel number. because this is what this person embodies, and now we are three. And we were supposed, I thought it would be four actually, but things have happened and people take different paths, and so we just ended up being three. But it was this very special person, artist that you also know, Cerise, actually.
Now it dawns on me. Yes, of course. It's interesting. Yeah.
You see this guy, you're like, oh my God, I'm probably never going to see somebody like this ever again in my life. And he brought us together. And then we were like, okay, we started to jam more together. And now we're like, okay, maybe let's try to do a band, together, see what it is. And I really, then we really love the project. And now we're here. And it's true, like a lot. Then we had like gigs and everything. But yeah, we still I'm glad because we have 2 concerts coming, and then we see how we evolve, because everybody's also busy in their own stuff. But I really hope the project continues, because I'm proud to be part of this band. I think it's super dope.
Amazing, and her amazing energy. I mean, I was there in one of the very beginning performances, I guess, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was like yesterday, guys. Corona.
Yeah.
I guess you also write a lot of lyrics of your song, right?
Lyrics,
Right.
yeah.
So like the topic of integration sounds very important to you when I read when I listen to your lyrics. And as you talk much about universality and the importance of staying united together, can you tell us more about this topic that you're really into?
So so as a mixer's child, it's a subject that I really love to talk about, because I very consider myself as a very lucky mixed race kids, because I was always, so like my mom is Black from a Muslim family, my dad is white from a Catholic family basically, and they're together, and they're still together, and they love each other very much. And they had my brother and I always grew up. So I grew up in France, between Paris and then Toulouse in the south. But I went a lot in Africa on holidays, and I was always surrounded by Black as I was surrounded by white. So I never made any difference. I never had any trauma, any rejection. I mean, of course, I had a little bit of racism, but I was so strong in knowing my identity because of the luck I had to have these parents that told me, okay, you're Black, but you're also white. It was so obvious to me. But not everybody is living this like utopic, like, reality, and the more I grew up and the more I realized it's really not like this for every mixed race kids. And even if, this world is definitely made or ruled by old white supremacist male, so there's definitely communities that are suffering more than others. And I want to raise a voice for them. And it's true that probably in the way I dress, in my text, people sometimes tell me, oh, you choose more your African side, or you choose more your Black side. But it's not true. I definitely feel that I'm like 50-50 for both. But I mean, there's a fact, we know which community are suffering, and the community that need helps and that need like a voice. But at the same time, I don't want people to make clans, I don't want people to separate, because the elite wants us to separate. They want Black and whites to hate each other. They want Arabic and Black to hate each other. They want all that because it's easier to reign when the population are divided. So that's why when we do that, we're actually pleasing them, So that's why talking about universality, I would always point the enemy, I'd say, but at the same time, I always come back. But at the end, we have to be together. It's really, really important, because without this, there's no like good end. This is what I think, and I think I'm the proof that it's possible. It's definitely possible for Black and white to love each other, but to really love each other, not to support or to admire or to to fantasize on, like really like real love and respect. The understanding of different culture that like like that far from each other, it's definitely possible. So that's the message I want to bring.
So you also agree with that,
Yes,
right?
I do.
Yeah, because like by seeing your like song, the title, "Children of Reconciliation," I think it really explains a lot about your notion of this.
Exactly, and actually, and with the Asphalt Djelis, because this is a song I wrote and that I first started to perform with them, and we are all mixed race kids, we are all I mean half or like born in France with other origins or in Europe, and that's why we all think we are. That's they also want to spread this kind of message, reconciliation between two worlds, because that's our duty. I think when you mix race, or when you're not mixed, but you like, for example, living in Europe from like African parents, for example, or Asian parents, you are a link between two worlds, and this is our duty to make peace between them. So that we consider ourselves as children of reconciliation, definitely.
Do you experience some difference, you being as a heritage of like a mixed heritage child in France and growing up also in Germany? Can you see the difference? You were
Yeah.
not you came here like when you're already being like grown up, but you can see the children born here also.
Yeah. I can see a difference, definitely, because when you grow in because of history, I think like Germany lost all its colonies during the world wars, and so that's why the African community is not big here, but in France is super big, especially in Paris. So you automatically know where you're from, and there is racism, of course, like everywhere else, but it's not the same as here, I would say. And every mixed race kids that I know in France, they either already at least one time been in Africa, or they know their African parents, or they're very much connected to their roots. They know who they are, like. And but here, like in Germany, what I saw is like there's a lot of loss of identity. Very often before they come to Berlin, like if they come from like a small village or small town from Germany, most of the time they were the only Black person in their school, and they really had bad experiences with it. And I guess, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I guess some of them even started to develop a hate towards white people, because white people have been horrible to them, like really, really, really horrible. And I think it was very traumatizing for a lot of them growing up, and a lot of them don't know their African parents. That's also what I've noticed. But despite of that, they still are very curious to know who they are. I mean, at least like the one that I know, and I think it's beautiful. And if I could, I'll take as many as I can to Africa. I took a friend of mine actually last year to Mali, because she's half German, half Malian, and we went to Mali together, and it was the first time for her, and she could meet her whole family there for the first time at 23, and it was really amazing, because I was like, I have the chance to do this since I'm 3, and I know it changed my life. It made me so strong, and when I see the kids here that didn't have this luck, and you're growing up, you don't look like anybody else, and they make you feel bad for this. And I don't know, it must be really fucked up. Sometimes I try to put myself in their shoes. I'm like, wow, that's crazy. But at the same time, I'm happy, because I see in Berlin right now, I see that there's some kind of like Afro-Black renaissance that is happening. And I'm kind of happy to be part of it. If I can contribute in an artistic way, in a therapeutic way or whatever. I mean, I think now they're not afraid now to raise their voice and say that they exist, and that that their life matters and everything. But there's definitely a difference. But I think the next generation here in Germany, it will be something else. It will be way stronger, because their parents will never let this happen to their child and to their children, and mentalities are also evolving. So it's getting better for sure.
Nice. Thank you for those words, honey. My next question would be, how do you live, curate, and in ways teach the important topic of cultural appropriation?
Oh, you mean what's my thought on that?
What are your thoughts on that, or how do you teach it? How do you live it? What do you, sorry, what do you give other people to live through? Mm-hmm. Or just, like you said, you already mentioned that you try and think about you being in their shoes, you know, like how do you try and in your songs, in your the way you dress, you know what other people might think about you, but you living that lifestyle and you singing, your mannerism, you know, everything is somehow embodied and will carry outside in that outside world. How do you try your best to yeah, teach and just, I think teaching is just experience.
Okay, yeah, like so first of all, to talk about cultural appropriation, there's a lot of topics going yeah, like going out about it. Sorry, my English. Yeah, there's a lot of topics about it, and like many different perceptions and everything. But if you, I think it really depends on the kind of like experience you had. Like me, for example, the kind of childhood I had and everything, it doesn't bother me seeing a white person with like this type of clothes or like brands or everything, because I think they are honoring the culture and they love it. I myself wear kimonos or djellabas, but I'm not Asian and I'm not Arabic, and I have so much respect for traditional clothes. And you know, if Asian would come to me and say, "Oh, you cannot wear," like a Japanese would come to me and say, "You cannot wear this because you're not Japanese," I'd be like, I would not try to contest it, but I would feel sad and I would feel hurt, because I'd be like, and maybe I understand where you're coming from, but I just have so much love for this. I think it's very beautiful, but that's why I'm wearing it. And I don't mean any disrespect to this, but it's true that it's important, I think, to get the right knowledge about it and to use it in the right way, obviously. But so I don't have any problem with that. But a lot of people that I've been talking to here with, they cannot handle that, but maybe because they didn't have good experiences also with white people and they don't trust them. I mean, it's very complicated. But to me, yeah, the greatest cultural appropriation that is really crazy, it's actually what happened with music, I would say. Because when you take rock music, when you take techno, even classical music, even classical music, but I need to do more research about it. These are all genres that come from Black people and that were definitely taken by white. And now it's a white thing. It's a white thing to listen to classical music. It's a white thing to listen to rock. It's a white thing almost to listen to techno. But they were all created by Blacks at the beginning, you know. And how these got. I mean, it's beautiful also the way music evolves, and I love music and I listen to everything and I'm really much a fan of it. But I remember when I was 14, I going to a rock concert with my best friend who is Black, living in France, and the guy was like, "Oh, that's funny to see you guys here." Like somebody told her that it's funny to see you guys here listen to such music. And you're like, "Wow, this is crazy." This is to me a culture, more than a culture appropriation, because it's like it's taking away from a community and it's not even yours anymore. And most of the people don't even know it. But at the same time, you know, what can we do about that? Like we should. That's why people needs to get knowledge, and that's what I'm trying to do, I guess, in my song, because I don't want to have the pretension to tell other people what they should do. But I love this discussion and I love debate. And even if I have a big temperament, I'm very peaceful and about love. So I try to say it in my song. I try to buy some messages in my song. But of course, sometimes people are telling me, oh, maybe you cannot say this. I have to be careful in the way I talk, you know, because I'm Black and I'm white, but I'm not only Black, I'm not only white. So sometimes I can go tell something to a white girl or Black girl, she could take it the wrong way, like, "Oh, who are you to telling me this?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm both at the same time, so I can't say that." But it's not like that. I don't know how to explain, but I have to be very precise and very careful. But I try to say it in my song. And once I'm gonna try doing music video, I really want to show it, to try to explain it visually also. And yeah, I hope one day I'll be able to host talks like the TEDx or stuff like that, because I have a lot of things to share about it. But yeah, exactly. At the end, I just want peace. And I think if you don't have a real problem with I don't know. If everybody would do their, like, you know, the self inner work, we would only be about love in the end, you know. So
Yeah,
I hope it answered the questions, because I guess I don't know if I went the other way.
of course. I mean, they're very good answers. How are you, or how would you feel if you would making the next generation stronger? What are your thoughts about that?
I think, what am I thought about this? Oh yeah, it's
How are we gonna make the next generation stronger?
so number one. No, for they need if only we could go take to the Ministry of Education first of all and tell them, yo, change your fucking history program, like change like what you teach in school first of all, or add some more stuff. Then the kids, obviously they all have different colors, skin colors and background. They should know, like, you know, like the former French president Nicolas Sarkozy, he said on the TV, Africa has no history. I'm like, bro, Africa has no history, and it's fucked up to say that. And so many people think the history of Africa started from slavery, which is bullshit. And I think we should teach our children, and even the white, like, everybody should know. First of all, teach all this important stuff that we don't teach it at school. And they should learn their culture, and they should learn the culture of others, to have respect for themselves and respect for the others, you know. I think knowledge, it's good if our children, like, knew what we learn at 20. If they could learn it at 10, it would already make a big difference, you know. So to me, it really starts with knowledge and with education. Because when you're born pure, you know. You're born pure, you have no hate, you have nothing like that. So yeah, I think actually is the main thing. It's like the main thing. What they're gonna learn at school, what you're gonna teach them, all the values. This is how you make the next generation stronger. Yeah, mainly. Yeah.
Do you see yourself as a teacher?
Sorry?
Do you see yourself as a teacher?
Actually, no, not really. Like, I would not be. I mean, not now. Actually, if I'm done one day, but when I get older, and if I'm done with music and performing, whatever I would be doing, I'll see myself as volunteering in school, like, you know, as just at the beginning of my rente, you know. I'll see myself like maybe doing this at this time when I get way wiser. But for now, I could not. I don't think I could do this. I don't think I could, like, you know, like, go and teach and face the class and correct the like, you know, the exam and shit like that. Is not where my state of mind is right now. But later I'll see myself doing something like that. Actually, once I'm chilled and I've accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish, I was thinking of that. I think that would be cool. Yeah.
Your purpose already inspires and motivates many young people for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's already doing it.
Exactly.
Like,
you're
teacher
already
sounds a little
teaching.
bit profession, but
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean, you singing and the way your lyrics are, you're already a teacher. I mean, you're already beginning the path of teaching the next generation, or guiding the next generation to listening, to feeling. I find.
Hope. Thank you.
Thank
You're planning to release your EP, right? First EP.
Yeah. Sorry, it cut. I didn't hear it.
Tell us more about your new album.
Oh, it's gonna be my first, actually, because it's not now. I'm just so all the songs you heard are gonna be on that. I want to prepare other songs. I don't know how many is gonna be at the end. I'm actually still learning a lot. I mean, all the commercial parts and marketing parts. This is all really new to me, because I would not say that I'm a born singer, you know what I'm saying? Like I always liked like dancing, singing, acting, but like it's only since a few years that I started writing because I really love writing. And then little by little I was like singing, and then I discovered Queen Latifah. I was like, I didn't know she was rapping, and I started rapping because of her. Actually, it's crazy because I was like, oh my God. And but I've always really, really loved jazz. But I think I said I was more a listener before than a musician. And I've been performing and doing stuff like hanging around a lot, you know. But now I'm like, okay, like this year I really take it seriously because I want to do something with it. So it's really new. And for many years, because you take the song Babylon in Babylon, is already 5 years old. I wrote this, you know. Yeah, it's like really because everything I'm saying in this song, it's really my state of mind 5 years ago. Now I'm good, you know. It's like really when I was like, you know, yeah, Berlin lost soul. But yeah, for real, yo, I swear. But I don't regret anything, you know, and it gives inspiration, so that's cool. But I didn't know what I would do with that. I write it and then I jam it with this band or with this band or, you know, this producer. But now it feels like since some months it feels clearer. Okay, I've do songs and I have those beats. Now finally it feels a little bit more, you know, I have more clarity of what I want to do. And I'm very excited, but I'm still getting a lot of advices from other artists, producer and things like this of how I should do things. And I think the first single I will release will be Baby Alone in Babylon. And it's very important for me that a very good visual match the song, because I love acting, and I love videos actually and films, and it's very important for me that all the songs I want to make a music video for looks really like movies almost. So like now I'm also trying to save budget for that and see what I can do. I'm not aiming any major label now. I think it's better to start independent, and then if I make it one day, maybe then I'll reach out to a major label that can offer better promotion and everything. But yeah, still getting every information on that and finishing the songs. I think I have like three more songs to record, and then yeah, it will be finished. But you'll be the first one to know, girls. I think to you.
Exciting, super exciting. 2021.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, this has been such a treat, Astan. We're slowly but surely wrapping it up, coming to an end. Do you wish to say anything else or add anything else to this Q&A conversation? Share a message to the audience?
Well, I'm not really good at that, but I just feel so much love. Right now. Thank you so much for having me, for letting me expressing myself. I hope the messages will touch some people. And I know we're on crazy times right now where the art is very threatened, but it still is amazing to have the possibility to do this live thing. So shout out to you guys, you know, to offering this to artists, because thanks to you, you enable us to live the life and live the dreams a little more. So that's amazing. Keep on doing that, because we need persons like you, otherwise we fucked. So thank you so much. Just thank you, and just want to say like a big love to everybody. And I'm sure the humanity have lived way worse times than that. So we'll definitely get through this.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah.
Well, babes, it was beautiful having you. Thank you very much for being our very last event for this Mygration Festival. It was a
pleasure.
Yeah, it was literally like
also very warm and lovely time for us.
Yeah.
And we are gonna post this live streaming video in YouTube under Mygration Festival account, so everyone can like listen to your like music and see our talk over and over. So
We're excited.
Yeah.
And hope to see you very, very soon and
On stage,
on
yes,
stage, on
yeah.
other streams.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely keep sharing and keep spreading the love. And
Perfect.
share the love.
Yeah, we will be live with Asphalt Djelis this Saturday at Oyun for a festival, and then I think the 9th of December for the Nigi Nigi Festival. But yeah, Asphalt Djelis.
Definitely check out what's your hashtag on Instagram. Give them all your digits.
It's Tisking, so at Tisking, TISSKEEN. That's me.
Follow her.
Follow her wherever she is right now. All right, it was nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, girl.
Bye, baby.
See you soon.
Bye.